Hello everyone and welcome back to Cities by Steven. You're talking to Steven. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, please hit the subscribe button, get that bell notification on for the channel, and make sure to hit the like button. The like button helps the channel a lot. Welcome back to the city of Rivière-des-Montagnes, a Quebec-inspired city set in the Saguenay region of Quebec. And thank you all for all the support on the channel. It's been fantastic engaging with you all, and happy Thursday, my favorite day of the week. Why is Thursday my favorite day of the week? Because Thursday there's so much possibility for the weekend to come. Friday hasn't even started yet. Friday's a great day, but Thursday you get the weekend jitters coming, and I like that. It's all exciting. Anyways, we're starting down here because I really like this view of the downtown street we have here, the main avenue. It's gorgeous. But what are we doing today? Well, last episode we left off just before we got the farm to level 2. So let's zoom out and we'll go over to our farm, which is over here. And we're not doing a traditional farm. We are doing more of like a themed farm, so little local family farms, I guess. But we unlocked a lot of really interesting things that we can do. So we unlocked the workers' barracks, and I think this is a fantastic tool to use, or building to use. So I'm going to put 2 right over here in this more forested area. And I think that's going to really help improve this whole area in general, but I think it'll give a better feel for this farm in particular. I don't really know if any of the other ones really would kind of have this look. I think maybe this one might. Yeah, let's put one right here. Yeah, that's nice. It's like a second house almost. But we also unlocked the flour mill and the cattle shed, which we haven't done a cattle farm yet. I believe I'm going to put that probably over here somewhere, something similar. Maybe we can kind of go over this way for it. I'm not 100% sure on that yet, but we also unlocked the barn, which I think is something that looks fantastic in these kind of themed builds. So let's put a barn right here. Nice. And then I think this one needs a barn. How about right there? It's a bit too. Let's put it somewhere a little bit different. Yeah, right there. It's a good spot for it. All right, so that's just gonna hold some crops and everything, so it's not too big of a deal. But we need to get some flour going because with level 2 we unlocked the bakery, and this is a really good unique factory to use because it only uses the product of one industry. So farming uses animal products, crops, and flour, but we don't really have animal products, so that's something we need to get before we start the bakery. But what I want to do today is I want to look at expansion. So we have a new tile to build, and we also are so close to the next milestone, which will unlock these garbage facilities, which are fantastic. So we're pretty close to it, so we need to get to 20,000. We're only 1,500 away pretty much. So I am looking at what tile I want to use to unlock. This one's pretty obvious one we're going to unlock eventually because the city's expanding along this highway. But I want to unlock this tile, and I'll show you why. So with this tile we have this intersection in it, which is backlogged like crazy. As you can see, it is a disaster, and it's really slowing down traffic. So that's something I want to fix in general. But also, I was looking at where we can get another little town, and I think this area right here is going to be perfect for it. And why did I preface this with talking about the flour mill and the bakery? Well, if I want this to be a bit themed, I can't put the bakery and the flour mills over here with the farm. It doesn't make thematic sense. So I think they'd be more in like a town setting, right? So I was looking for places to put them in here, and we already have a lot going on. I don't want to jam everything in, so I was thinking this little landing right here would be perfect for a train station, and then we can get a town up here, and we can kind of have this as like a flour mill and bakery town, and maybe we can say that perhaps in the olden days they used this fast flowing river for the flour mill, but they've repurposed the land for the rail and everything. So now the town is still a flour mill. So that's what I want to do today. I want to build over here, but first we need to fix this traffic. So what's the issue with this traffic? Well, for one, it doesn't have 3 lanes, and a roundabout definitely needs 3 lanes in this game. So let's first of all upgrade the inner parts of the roundabout with 3 lanes, and then also this one is way too close. Oh, a bit funky. All right, so let's do the same thing for this one. Perfect. Okay, so now we need to set up the interchange, or the roundabout. Whoa, what's going on over here? All right, well, let's try to fix this. This is an issue. Let's just pause the game while this is happening. And let's try to flatten out the land, maybe. All right, this might need to be a redo. That's fine. Let's put on the curved tool. We're gonna come out to here and connect up. There we go. And are they gonna unstuck? Yeah, perfect. Okay, so now we're gonna go to our traffic manager and we're gonna put dedicated turning lanes on each one. Fantastic, and then we're going to grab this. We're gonna hold shift and click, and it's gonna set up the roundabout in the proper way. Then we're gonna go to this tool, and we are going to say on this one, no lane switching. So the idea is that the cars pick their lanes on the way in, and they should really zoom along. Yep, looks like it's flowing pretty good over here. So let's do the same thing over here. And I think I want to redo this section as well. There we go, it's just one. There's no node in the middle. That's what I was looking for. And I'm just going to need to probably redo this because I deleted it. Looks like everything's fine. And then we're going to go on the node that doesn't connect to a road. Control S, no lane switching, so that way they have to pick their lanes when they come in. And hopefully this moves some things along. Now it is very busy. So one thing you can do to kind of help these cars out is by using the node controller mod and offsetting the intersections a bit. And this will kind of help the flow of traffic a bit better. And something's awry over here. Nope, it's just cars being silly. So this is gonna have to unclog over time, so that's not a big deal. Technically we could do some lane mathematics and get a larger road over here. But it's not really an issue, so I'm not going to really focus on that. And we could also upgrade the speed of this as well to match the speed of the rest of the highway. And we could also turn off crosswalks. And we'll do this. It will kind of... Oh, we also need to make sure that they can go through, because there's not an issue with that. So a lot to do with this tool, but it is very useful. Alright, so we'll see if this actually fixes it or not, and if it does, fantastic. If it doesn't, then we have bigger problems at hand. So we'll need to fix that. When you're doing this, just make sure you don't hit the U-turn button, because then you're going to cause more issues. Yeah, okay. Perfect. Okay, so we'll let that go for a little while, and I'll talk about something else. I went around and I got some mods that allowed me to fix some of these outside connections, because this map doesn't come with unlimited outside connections. So I made them unlimited outside connections, and we still have this silly issue with cars just trying to turn around here. They're doing U-turns right here, so I made this for them. that stopped that, and yet some of them are still going out and coming back. So it's a bit interesting of an issue. So I went around the map and I made sure that all the roads that were supposed to be connected but weren't because of vanilla map restrictions, like this one over here as well, I believe wasn't connected, are. So now there's a lot more traffic in the city, which is great to see. But let's see how this is doing. Yeah, you know what? It's flowing, and that's pretty good. That's all you can really ask for. So now we're building out over here, and now we need to figure out how we're going to have a connection to this new neighborhood. So I'm gonna the neighborhood's gonna be up here, but whereabouts is the connection to that town gonna be from? I mean, we could also get a diamond interchange up here. So I think this might be a cool little town to build. And I think to start off with, we have a water issue. What? Oh, this farm building doesn't have one. Okay, there we go. Whoa, a bit too fast for you. Sorry about that. Let's look at the topography. Okay, so based on the topography, we need to have that connection right here. So let's get that in place. I think what I want to do is use a medium road. And let's just go with alright, let's start with this one. Let's see how this looks connected up. This gave an extra turning lane, which we don't really need, so I will redo this. I was curious about what that would what that one would do. And I think this one is the one that I was looking for. Yeah, so it gives a bit of space, but it doesn't give it extra turning lane because we don't need an extra turning lane. Now we could also, yeah, you know what? Let's do something a bit cooler. So what we're going to do is we are going to take just a normal road. Or do we want to do this one? Yeah, let's do this one. And we're going to connect up like so. And we are going to take this road or the on-ramp. Let's do the on-ramp. And right here, yeah, right here, we are going to curve in like this. Whoa. Whoops. Holy cow. Messing everything up today. Ah, node snapping wasn't on, that's why. And we are going to just readjust this a bit. And we're going to have a interesting little slip lane here. These slip lanes are pretty commonplace on Canadian roads. And I like them a lot. Also going to upgrade this road. And there we go. Okay, so now we have the basic road network in place. I'm just going to level the intersection to the same height. So I'm going to grab all the nodes in the intersection, and we're going to say, come to this height. Fantastic. And we are now going to go in Traffic Manager and give some dedicated turning lanes, except this one, we don't want it to turn. No, we just want left. There we go. I was a bit backwards. And just to make sure that this actually happens, we can always just go like that. That way these cars can choose where they want to go, and this one can also turn to either lane. And then always when you have cars merging onto another one, or another lane, you just want to, oh, come on, there we go. Grab the node that's merging and just click Control S. It helps the merging out a lot. You can also grab the yield tool and put yield as well. All right, and the last one we need is this one. Well, first of all, we're going to upgrade this road to one with median. Perfect. And back to Traffic Manager. No, this one. Oops. There we go. Perfect. Okay, cool intersection we have built here. And now I just need to do one more thing with the intersection before we leave, is use the node controller, and we're just going to stretch this intersection out so it is a bit smoother of a transition. And we could come back and design this later, but we will see. So now that we have this in place, I want to grab, I'm actually going to use the grass one because it gives a bit more of a bonus, I believe. And we are going to go freeformed road. And we're going to kind of make the main avenue of what this town is going to be. So let's start off by doing a bit of a straight road here. Never mind. And we're just going to curve right through. And then right here, we're going to, we have two options. We could, well, one, we're definitely going to get a highway connection here. And then second is, where do we want this road to go after? So we can probably just come pretty much right through and connect up into here. Yeah. Okay. So we have two options, I guess. We can go under or over the highway. And I think we're going to go over. So let's just go with a straight road from here. We're going to go elevated. And we're just going to click done. And then we're going to find the two nodes. One, we're going to stretch that one over. And we're going to stretch this one over. Whoops. And then we're going to grab both of them. And we're going to raise them up to the height we want them to be. Alright, and let's say both at this height. Whoa. Alright, that works with me. And then we're going to make a pretty simple diamond interchange from here. So I like, when I make diamond interchanges, I like using, I forget the term exactly, but it's like a short form diamond interchange connecting on the two highest points. And pretty much simply enough, when you are building a diamond interchange, it is very easy. See, this is so weird. Why is that there? Weird. Okay. When you're building a diamond interchange, honestly, just get it all in first and then use move it. Unless you're on console, and then it's much harder. Trust me, I have played a lot of console in this game, and it is much more challenging to build any type of interchange. So respect to all you console players out there. Or controller. I don't know if you can play this on controller on the PC, but if you can, mad respect. Alright, so now that we have that in place, it's pretty good. This one can be raised up a bit more. It's a bit steep. I think we could probably even lower... Yeah, we could probably even lower this whole thing. Cool, alright. And now we need to set up the interchange, which is pretty simple to do. We are just going to give yield signs coming on to the highway. And, oh, no. And we need to give dedicated turning lanes as well. And then on the on-ramps, just say don't go straight through, because you're supposed to be able to go straight through when if they were to just stay on the highway, right? So, all right, so we're gonna give 3 lanes through here. It's a bit sticky here, but we will just maybe do sound barriers there to kind of split it up a bit, because that looked like the roads were pretty much one. And we need to make sure that they can switch lanes over here. Yeah, they can. Okay, so we're going to go to where the road comes on, and we're going to say Control S. Perfect. And then we're going to do the same thing over here, where we are going to just upgrade just like that. That should be fine. And then we're going to come right through here. And oops, wrong one. Control S. There we go. A bit of lane mathematics. And everything should be fine for this interchange. It should be working now. And maybe we might even start seeing some cars use it as a bit of a shortcut. But we will see. I don't really want them to. But now let's just fix this, or finish off this road, and then we can start with the rest of the projects. But we are running out of time, so we'll see how far we can get in today's episode. All right, so we got some craziness with the hills here, so let's just try to plow right through. And oh, we have a pretty steep hill over there, don't we? Well, this changes things, doesn't it? I thought when I first saw it originally, it wasn't that steep, but I think we're going to need to get a switchback at some point. So I think what we're going to do is we are just going to dead end this road, and we will leave it for another time when we want to build something out over here, or maybe we can figure out a way. I mean, a roundabout here would be pretty good, but we need a switchback up here, and I'm just going to leave that for now because I want to get this going. So first of all, fantastic that we have this now. We are going to have to name this town, and I already have a name picked out. So we're just going to name this whole triangle that's kind of been created by the interchanges, or by the highways, I guess. And the rail line here. And this is going to be the town of Saint Ambroise, which is a beer in Canada, from Quebec, and it's a pretty good beer. Anyways, so first things first is the reason why we're building it over here is because we're going to make this a mill town, and we are going to need a rail line over here to ship the crops over this way. So we're going to plop it down over here, right at the bottom of this hill. So I'm going to get a road first, and let's just say right here. Actually, let's just put topography on. Nice. And straight road. Perfect. Okay, back to this. We'll plop that down right there. And then we will connect up like so. All right. Move it is my best friend. I use it every single episode a million times. Okay, no, let's get it to this height. No. Let's undo that. Thank you very much. And then right here, we're going to raise this one up a bit. Okay, so it's not exactly the tightest interchange or highway or rail connection, but I think it's going to work. I guess we could probably just bring these in a bit. When you're doing rail lines, Alt will be your best friend to move it. Holding down Alt and then moving things around is absolutely fantastic. Alright, so that's pretty good. We have a connection, yep, that works. We have a connection over here. Perfect, so now we need to get this up the hill, which will be the most difficult part, especially because there's going to be trucks coming up and down here, right? So switchback it is. Lots of switchbacks in this series, which is interesting. All right, so let's go. Just click home here. And I think we're going to probably actually redo this road with a one-way. Perfect. And we're gonna get, I guess, a one-way switchback. It's gonna be interesting. Because with traffic, it gets pretty crazy. But, interesting. Let's go back to let's go back to just normal, and we'll if it's actually an issue, we will fix it at a later date. But let's get the rail line put in place, and then we will see. Okay, so we're going to need to come up. And over. A bit steep, but it's better than going up over here because it gives us more room. And always when you're coming to do a switchback, or when you finish a switchback, you're gonna have two small nodes on each corner. Select them both, bring them to a height, and you're gonna want that curve to be, you're gonna want them to be at the same height. If you look at switchbacks in real life, the curve is always at the same height. In this case, even this one probably could be at that height. Yeah, okay, so then this needs to get elevated. Yeah, I just messed up. There we go. So let's undo that. There we go. And we'll raise this one, and we will grab with move it. We're going to move this one. Oops. We're going to move the whole rail line over a bit. And we're going to probably have to redo this connection. Now I am a bit worried about this because the rail network is finicky. With a train needs to pretty much be able to fit in between each segment, and I don't know if it's going to, so we will see if it does. If it doesn't, then we'll fix the issue later on. But I definitely wanted to get this a bit farther over so that trucks have a bit more of a realistic trajectory. Yep, that works. This one needs to be raised. This one can be lowered a bit. And then we're at the last kind of switchback type area. So we're going to grab both these nodes and we're going to say down to that height. Perfect. And then this one can go down a bit. And we have a train connection. So this is probably going to have to be a roundabout. So I'm not going to do anything with this yet, but might as well get the roundabout in, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to grab our roundabout builder, and I want to grab this road, which 3-lane, yep, and we are going to okay, let's try this again. Roundabout builder, okay, plus or minus to shrink it. I think it only really needs to be that's probably a bit too big. So yeah, let's try it right here. Perfect. And then we'll set up this roundabout the same way we did the other ones. So hold shift right there. Grab this, dedicated turning lanes. And we are probably going to get a road coming this way. But for now, because we're kind of showing how to set up roundabouts, Control S. And I believe there's an extra node that we need. No, there isn't. Okay, perfect. Oh, there is. Okay, so we're gonna redo this side ourselves, and that's fine. Curved road, just like this. Perfect. Dedicated turning lanes, and the thing about this is we have an extra lane on this side and on this side that we need. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to do this a similar thing to this intersection, but we've run out of time, so I'm going to simply leave it for now, and when you come back next time, you're going to see this intersection on both sides of this, and we will see what comes of that at a later date. But without further ado, guys, I think we've set up this town very well for expansion. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you're excited for the town of Saint-Ambroise, a beer-inspired town. Yeah, have a great day, everyone, and I will catch you next time. Peace out.